Ancient Egyptian civilization lasted for more than 3,000 years, during which the Egyptian kings and rulers made their mark upon their kingdoms with a series of increasingly impressive monumental building projects. The architects of ancient Egypt were so advanced that today many of these monuments still survive. Some of them are still in remarkably good condition. The Valley of the Kings is also known as the Valley of the Gates of the Kings. It is a valley in Egypt where, for a period of nearly 500 years from the 16th to the 11th century BC, rock-cut tombs were excavated for the pharaohs and powerful nobles of the new kingdom. The valley stands on the west bank of the Nile, opposite Thebes, within the heart of the Theban necropolis. The area consists of two valleys, the East Valley, where the majority of the royal tombs are situated, and the West Valley, the Valley of the Monkeys. With the 2005 discovery of a new chamber and the 2008 discovery of two further tomb entrances, the valley is known to contain 64 tombs and chambers. It was the principal burial place of the major royal figures of the Egyptian New Kingdom, as well as a number of prominent nobles. The royal tombs are decorated with scenes from Egyptian mythology and gives clues to the beliefs and the funerary practices of the period. Almost all of the tombs seem to have been opened and robbed in antiquity, but they still give an idea of the opulence and power of the pharaohs. This area has been a focus of archaeological and Egyptological exploration since the end of the 18th century, and its tombs and burials continue to stimulate research and interest. In modern times, the valley has become famous for the discovery of the tomb of Tutankhamun, with its rumors of the curse of the pharaohs, and for being one of the most famous archaeological sites in the world. The Great Sphinx of Giza is a large half-human, half-lion statue on the Giza Plateau at the west bank of the Nile River near Cairo. The commonly used name Sphinx was given to it based on the Greek creature with the body of a lion, the head of a woman, and the wings of an eagle, though this Sphinx has the head of a man. It is one of the largest single stone statues on earth and is commonly believed to have been built by ancient Egyptians in the 3rd millennium BC. The purpose of the Sphinx is not known. Some archaeologists assume that it was a memorial to a king, or that it functioned as some sort of talisman or a guardian god. Other scholars believe the Sphinx was an astronomical observation device that marked the position of the rising sun on the day of the spring equinox in the time of Leo the lion. After many attempts and over many years, the entire landmark was dug out in 1925. Although most of the Sphinx is intact, the nose on the face is missing. Karnak temple area is a vast open-air museum and the largest ancient religious site in the world. It is probably the second most visited historical site in Egypt, second only to the Giza pyramids near Cairo. It consists of 4 main parts, of which only the largest temple is accessible by tourists and the general public. The precinct of Amun-Ra, the largest part of the temple, is the only part most visitors normally see. There are also a few smaller temples and sanctuaries located outside the enclosing wall of the four main parts. The Karnak temple has several avenues of ram-headed sphinxes that connect the precincts of Goddess Mot, God Amun-Ra, and the Luxor temple. The key difference between Karnak and other Egyptian temples is that the construction occurred over a vast amount of time. About 30 pharaohs contributed to the buildings, so it reached a size, complexity, and diversity not seen elsewhere. Located about 1.5 miles from Karnak, you will find the world-renowned Luxor temple. This is another spectacular complex of temples and shrines built by several kings and dedicated to the Theban triad of gods. Karnak and Luxor temples were once joined by an avenue lined with sphinxes, which has been partially unearthed. Another notable feature of Luxor temple is that it has been used almost continuously for worship. A Coptic church was built on the site after Christianity spread to Egypt, and in subsequent centuries an Islamic mosque was erected, which is still in use today. Saqqara Necropolis is located about 30 kilometers south of Cairo. Saqqara is a vast ancient burial ground in Egypt, featuring the world's oldest standing step pyramid. The step pyramid at Saqqara was designed by Imhotep for King Djoser. It is the oldest complete hewn stone building known in history. While Memphis was the capital of ancient Egypt, Saqqara served as its cemetery. Although it was eclipsed as the burial ground of royalty by Giza and later by the Valley of Kings in Thebes, it remained an important place for minor burials and cult ceremonies for more than 3,000 years.